This is TWiT.
The Apple Watch, I get so locked into one face and to one set of complications, and then every once in a while, I get convinced to pop in and play around with it. And I remember, oh, this is so much fun. There's so much more I can do here. And then I also love to look at other people's faces, their watch faces, that is, also their faces if you're talking to them, but their watch faces, and see what they do with theirs. And sometimes I'm really surprised by the stuff that people choose as their watch face, where I thought, oh, that's not anything I ever would have chosen, but it looks great there. And the fact that not only can watch faces be really, really customized, but that you can say, this is how I have mine set up, and you can have it set up like this too, is so, so nice.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. And I think it's one of those things where it's sometimes difficult to visualize what an Apple Watch face is going to look like. And I know plenty of people who just don't spend any time really looking at it and creating it. My parents have got a couple of watch faces set up, and that's it. That's what they use. Whereas if I'm going somewhere for an event, then I might even create a custom Apple Watch face that's going to match what my outfit is for the event. So one of the places I like to have a look is the Face Gallery in the Watch app on the iPhone. Now, if you don't have an iPhone paired to the Apple Watch that you are looking to control, because you can have an Apple Watch without having an iPhone, then you will just sort of have to browse through on the iPhone, which is on the Apple Watch, which is a little difficult. It's a bit of a smaller screen, even if we've got like an Apple Watch Ultra like I do here. But there's some really nice faces here. And sometimes I will go through and I'll look at these and go, oh, okay, that's kind of, interesting. And then I'll go, oh, I didn't realize that this breathe option was available, where there's, a sort of bright outer circle and then it gets darker towards the middle. That's really pretty. And then you get in there and you see, oh, okay, there's complications. So I can put different things in different places. That's kind of funky. And what I tend to do is I just add any random complication when I'm looking at faces to start with, just to see where they are, what shape they are, and then see whether or not that's something that I like when I'm browsing through the Face Gallery.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to new faces, they don't come out all the time, but being able to browse through that gallery and see, what's there. And let me see. I want to be able to show the full phone, but anyway, the reflections face is really, really, really pretty. And it's one of the newer ones, and it is, they tend to come with new hardware or one of the events that takes place. But I tend to like a face that gives me plenty of functionality. And so that is why I am almost exclusively on the modular Ultra face, which is unfortunately exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra. It is just jam-packed with information. And I use everything that shows up on the screen, which is quite nice. But there are like little things too with these faces that you may not be aware of, like the ability to decide that when the watch is down, what actually displays on the Apple Watch face, to change it from a multicolor view. I have mine set to just a standard view. And then little things like changing what the bezel does is an option here. And then night mode, that's the one. During the day, it will use a sort of white mode that's just dimmer, while at night it actually switches to that red mode, which is really quite delightful. And it's just all built in. And there are some faces, like those motion faces that we were kind of scrolling through, where each time you lift it up, it does a little bit different. And, delightful faces like the Snoopy face. It's just, there are so many options out there.
Hey, if you liked that clip, well, there's so much more to get by joining Club TWiT. You can watch all of iOS Today, where we cover all things iOS, tvOS, HomePodOS, watchOS, and so much more. It's all the apps, all the tips and tricks, and everything with Rosemary Orchard and me, Mikah Sargent. Join Club TWiT at twit.tv/clubtwit to see all of iOS Today.